Why do you think white men are the way they are?
Hmm. Oh, do you have a couple hours? Um, in all seriousness, it's funny that you're doing this because I was just interviewed by The Guardian and I spoke to them and they came out here to find white men for Kamala. And so I spoke to them for this video they did. We were talking about some of these same themes. I don't think it's unique to white men. I hate to say it. I mean, there is a reason why, first of all, young men in general are stupid. I'm sorry. I was a young man once. Okay. And stupid probably isn't the right term for it, but we were immature. Okay. As a young
Foolish?
man, you feel like you need to prove your toughness, prove your
Yes.
masculinity, and you're taught all the wrong lessons about what that is. It's chest puffing bravado. Maybe
Yep.
it's crying and showing actually that you have emotions and feelings. Maybe it's showing love for somebody, the stuff that's tougher to do, that's not societally as acceptable. Maybe that's what being strong is, right? Maybe being able to take criticism and not be such a wimp like Donald Trump that you can never admit you're wrong, and I think we were taught all these wrong lessons about it. And so, and that's even young men today, it's gotten better, but I think a lot of them, so that's part of it. But part of it is a lot of young men are caught in places where there used to be, especially in the Midwest, but really all over the country, where there used to be, a couple of factories, a couple of big companies in town. You got your high school diploma, you got your job. I mean, just listen to like Allentown by Billy Joel or something, and you
Yeah.
get you were set up with a job that had good benefits, and you could take vacations, and one income could pay for the house. Well, a lot of Democrats collaborated in destroying some of that system. We signed on to some free trade deals too easily without the kinds of requirements that should have been in there. And without, we should, in my opinion, should be free trading, but with countries that are similar to us. When you free trade with authoritarian countries, they can cheat, obviously, right? So, but the Republicans led the charge on all of these things, right? They're the ones who won't raise the minimum wage. They're the ones who won't pass, paid family and medical leave, 80% plus popularity, right? And things that would make young men's lives, if they're married, young, don't have a college degree, better.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, and then you add on top of that, so the jobs have left town. There's opioids everywhere. They're depressed, and you start getting this situation where in a lot of these rural communities, the life expectancy is going down. But they've been told to blame the wrong people. They've been told that it's the guys that look different than you who are responsible, not the ones who purposely cut your benefits so that they can give themselves that extra yacht. And
Right.
our culture used to be that CEOs, were expected, those alive during the Great Depression or whatever, like they wouldn't make 1,000 times what their workers made. They'd be embarrassed. It would be considered gross. But the kind of culture that Donald Trump came out of, the kind of sort of braggadocio, reality TV culture has changed a lot of that. And I think that mixing with sort of young men not knowing their place. But I'd argue the reason why I'd argue it's not just white men. First of all, there's been a reason that Trump has purposely gone after Latino and black men. Now
Yes.
they're not as susceptible; they're not in the majority, and they feel a lot of the discrimination that white men don't feel. But they're young men still, and he's been able to successfully win a couple percent more of each of those groups for that reason. So it's something that young men go through.